3, go. Welcome to Deen Street, Sister Asfara. If you can tell me quickly, what was your path to the conversion of Islam?
My conversion to Islam started when I went to Morocco back in 2005, and some of the things that I saw there were really humbling. I'd been told by the tour guide that the villagers that we were about to visit were really poor. They didn't have, a lot of the basic amenities, and especially none of the luxuries that we are privileged to have in the UK where I'm from. And it was arrogant of me in a way, but I felt like I was going to be preparing myself to pity these people. And like I said, when I got there, it was so humbling. These people were so grateful, hospitable, welcoming, mashallah, so grateful for what little they had. And it made me really wonder when I came back to England and I saw these people with all the modern conveniences like washing machines, dishwashers, tumble dryers, still finding things to complain about, being overworked, underpaid, and complaining about everything bickering. And I just remembered those women in Morocco washing clothes in the river with a smile on their face. I was like, why? This is topsy-turvy. Poor but happy. Well off but miserable. What's going on? Why? And that was the big question, and it all came about that I bumped into an old friend of mine who I'd not seen in 10 years who said, oh, when you've got questions like that, just look in the Quran. And I was like, what's the Quran? And he told me it was the word of God that hasn't been changed since it was revealed. And I was very sceptical, amazed when he said that there was scientific information in there that's verifiable proof of its authenticity. So I was very sceptical. I wanted to have a look, and he actually, mashallah, God bless his soul, he brought me a Quran, this huge Quran that I was able to read the Fatiha, and I saw that it was so similar to the Lord's Prayer that I was so familiar with, and saw all the names of the prophets like Adam and Noah and Jacob and Joseph, all the prophets, and I was like, how can I have not known about this book? And then it was I just flicked through and came to chapter 17 verse 36, which was saying about verify all the information before you accept it, because the eyes, heart, mind will all be questioned about these. And I was like, this has shattered all my preconceptions about this religion being based on blind faith. The proof's there, and I converted to Islam very shortly after that.
MashaAllah. How important is it in today's climate of Islamophobia for Muslim and non-Muslim dialogue?
Say again, sorry?
How important is it in today's rise of Islamophobia and the rise of the far right for Muslim and non-Muslim dialogue?
Well, I think it's really, really important for people to not be afraid to ask questions. Ask a Muslim, why have you become Muslim, or what do Muslims believe, what do you believe, because not all Muslims believe the same. Obviously, all Muslims do believe the Quran is the word of God. But as for myself, I would say, because I'm Quran's Muslim, I do believe that the Quran is there for us. It's a message to all mankind for us to read and interpret and to understand, and to give us that guidance. And each individual might have their own interpretation of what that means to them. Not all Muslims are the same.
MashaAllah, it's diversity. What about the critics that would say Islam, particularly as a woman, is backward, reactionary, will undo all of the rights that women and the advances women have made, particularly in the West? How would you answer those critics?
The critics that say women are
second-class citizens within Islam.
Yeah, I think that's a shame, and I think that in some teachings within Islam that may be more based on texts that aren't actually in the Quran, then if they're following that, they might be able to back up this kind of, their reasoning for saying that women are treated as second-class citizens. But I think the majority of people who I've met who are Muslims, who are women, I don't really see that they are treated as that.
So you haven't experienced that, being a Muslim?
No, not really.
So, and lastly, would you recommend that people look into Islam and the Quran for a way of guidance in their life? Would you recommend that people look into Islam and the Quran for guidance?
Of course I would, yes. Inshallah.
Thank you so much, Sister Asfar. Shukran, jazakallah khair. We enjoy the rest of the lecture or conference.
Yeah, inshallah. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Alaikum salam.